10 hidden sci-fi B-movie beauties that folks neglect just because they had teeny budgets. Hey Phantom Wire fans, Joe Todd here. Today we're talking some B-movie beauties that some folks neglect because of an itsy-bitsy budget. A B movie or B film is a low-budget commercial motion picture that is not an art house film. We're going back, like way back, to the 80s and 90s. You know, when hair looked like this. Okay, so Hollywood's got some deep pockets and fancy high-paid special effects guys and gals, but low budget can still entertain, and we'll prove it, and put our money where our list is. Did that make sense? So here is 10 hidden beauties from the sci-fi realm, my favorite realm, folks might neglect because of a teeny budget. Fool of a took. Lend me your ears. Number 1. Nemesis 1992. Nemesis is a 1992 American cyberpunk action film co-written and directed by Albert Payan and starring Oliver Grunner, Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa, Brian James, and Tim Thomerson. This being the first installment in the Nemesis film series. They did more? Sweet! Hit the popcorn. Troubled cyborg cop Alex is ordered to apprehend his former partner, Jared, accused of smuggling data to information terrorists plotting to kill government officials. Check it out, folks. You'll thank me later. Fun fact, though, there was an alternate ending, the so-called extended version released only in Japan and in the German limited edition Blu-rays, offers a darker ending. After Alex and Max's have a conversation about going to New York, Farnsworth appears as they walk up the stairs. A female voice, possibly Sam, whom Jared had previously referred to as the progenitor of the cyborg conspiracy, asks, "Should we take them out now?" That's my best female, sorry. Farnsworth turns to the off-screen woman and answers, "Why not?" suggesting that they succeeded in the termination of Alex and Max. Number 2. Split Second, 1992. Split Second is a 1992 American-British buddy cop science fiction horror film. Not originally a buddy cop flick, but when director Tony Maylam and Ian Sharp got on board, buddy cop was their vision. Rutger Hauer stars as a burnt-out police detective, obsessively hunting down the mysterious serial killer who killed his partner several years prior. A policeman, Rutger Hauer, hunts a slimy monster ripping out hearts in 2008 London, which is wet from global warming. Really? Do I need to say more? It's got it all. Go watch. Go on. Number 3. Crossworlds, 1996. Like Iron Man, Starship Troopers, and more. His wifey Pooh has been on sets such as Star Trek Generations and Raid. Not much else on this movie. Not much else on this one, movie fans. Just number 4. Slipstream 1989. Slipstream is a 1989 science fiction film directed by Steven Leisberger, who had previously directed the cult classic 1982 science fiction film Tron. You might have heard of it. It was produced by Gary Kurtz, best known for his collaboration with George Lucas on the first 2 Star Wars films and American Graffiti. Slipstream reunited Kurtz with his Star Wars lead, Mark Hamill. I thought that was him. Who features alongside Bill Paxton, Bob Peck, and Kitty Aldridge, with cameo appearances from Robbie Coltrane, Ben Kingsley, and F. Murray Abraham. A voiceover sets the scene. Sweet! The time is after the harmonic convergence, when drastic climate change has swept away civilization as we know it. Okay, I'm not going on. Action, check. Bandits, check. Big stars, check. I'm in. Number 5. Trancers, 1984. Trancers, also released as Future Cop. Hey, I'm gonna kill it in next week's trivia night. Is a 1984 American sci-fi action film directed by Charles Band and starring Tim Thomerson, Helen Hunt, and Art LaFleur. It is the first film in the Trancers series. A trooper, Tim Thomerson, leaves 2247, Angel City, for 1985 Los Angeles to stop a zombie mystic, Michelle Stefani, out to change history. And that story's history, go watch it, good times. Number 6. No Escape 1994. No Escape, released in some countries as Escape from Absalom. Trivia night is mine. Is a 1994 American action science fiction film directed by Martin Campbell. It stars Ray Wilson, Kevin Dillon, Michael Lerner, and Ernie Hudson. It was based on the 1987 novel The Penal Colony by Richard Hurley. In a dystopian future, a former Marine serves life imprisonment on an island inhabited by savage, cannibalistic prisoners. It is the first film collaboration between Wilson and Campbell, the second film being The Mask of Zorro, released in 1998, and the third film, Vertical Limit, released in 2000. And the film is also a third collaboration between Hurd and Hendrickson, who both previously worked The Terminator and The Aliens, both directed by James Cameron and released in 1984 and 1986. Now, in 2022, the penal system is run by corporations, and prisoners are seen as assets. A 21st century Marine convict sent to a remote island prison called Absalom lands in the midst of a war between two inmate factions. With corporations controlling the prison system, a ruthless prison warden has created the ultimate solution for his most troublesome inmates. However, for one man sent to Absalom, it doesn't mean the end. Number 7. Saturn III. Saturn III is a 1980 British science fiction film produced and directed by Stanley Donen and starring Farrah Fawcett, Kirk Douglas, and Harvey Keitel. The screenplay was written by Martin Amis from a story by John Barry, though a British production made Lou Grade's ITC Entertainment and shot at Shepperton Studios. The film has an American cast and director. Harvey Keitel's biographer called the film the nadir of his career. In the distant future, an overcrowded Earth relies on research conducted by scientists in remote stations across the solar system. A couple of space station dwellers are menaced by a scientist and his enormous android. The robot is dismantled, but soon finds a way of putting his parts back in the right order and continuing his quest. Oh my, check it out. Number 8, Nirvana 1997. No, not Teen Spirit. Nirvana is a 1997 Italian cyberpunk science fiction film directed by Gabriel Salvatore. The film stars Christopher Lambert, Diego Ambatuyano, Sergio Rubini, and Stefane Urraca. It was screened at a competition at the 1997 Cannes Film Festival. Jimmy, a successful computer game designer, finds that his latest project has been infected by a virus which has given him consciousness to the main character of the game, Solo. Tormented by the memory of his girlfriend Lisa and begged by Solo to end its useless life, Jimmy begins a search for Lisa through a real and virtual worlds to destroy Solo before it's too late. Jimmy manages to pass through the network defense mechanism by freeing his mind, forgetting about life before or after, about bodily feelings, and entering a state of pure concentration, where one focuses only on the task at hand and understand why things happen the way they do. He is in a state of nirvana. Hey, that's the name of the movie. Number 9, Brainstorm 1983. Brainstorm is a 1983 American science fiction film directed by Douglas Turnbull and starring Christopher Walken, Natalie Wood in her final film role, Louise Fletcher and Cliff Robertson. Researchers Michael Brace, Christopher Walken, and Lillian Reynolds, Louise Fletcher, develop a system that allows the recording and playback of a person's thoughts onto videotape. The project spins dangerously out of control when Brace and his colleagues begin using the technology to explore intense sexual and near-death experiences. Then the military moves to hijack the project for their own nefarious purposes. Brace tries to outwit them with help from his estranged wife, Natalie Wood. Wow, that's a lot of drama. Definitely one to check out. And finally, number 10, The Blood of Heroes, 1989. The Blood of Heroes, also released as The Salute of the Jugger, is a 1989 Australian-American post-apocalyptic film written and directed by David Webb Peoples, produced by Charles Roven and starring Rudiger Hauer. Hey, we talked about that guy. Joan Chen, and Vincent D'Onofrio. The film has inspired the creation of the sport Jugger. In a barren world caused by wars waged in the 20th century and now forgotten, most live from hand to mouth in the enclaves known as market towns or dog towns, scrounging out a bare subsistence, harvesting hardy crops, raising dogs as food, and trading in trinkets from the past. Basically, another woman, Joan Chen, joins the future gladiators, Rutger Hauer, band of juggers against the fighters of the ruling elite. Well, there you have it, folks. Top 10 sci-fi movies that just because it was low budget didn't mean it was not awesome. You know the drill, Fandom Wire fans. Like, subscribe, share for more awesome content.